You are all set to go. Have a great Thank you.
One here, one there.
We are in Animal Kingdom. We're about to walk in. Mother, how was your experience?
This is very interesting with everybody with a new protocol and trying to stay away, keep distance. Let's see what happens.
We're about to head off into Pandora.
Are you off to Pandora now? Watch out, watch out. Don't let you pass it.
We're in the line for the Avatar Journey line. So far it says that it's 15 minutes, but we will see. I don't really know because we've never been on this ride. This is going to be an experiment. We also don't know how long the line is to actually get on the ride itself, but I did hear that the lines are longer because they don't want people to be so close together.
Amazing. It's worth the ride.
It is, and it's also worth being here early and with this kind of whole pandemic because you didn't have to wait very long. That was cool. No idea what we're gonna do right now. That was 10 out of 10. What do you think?
Oh, one of the best rides.
This is the first one that I've seen today. I know that they have these around the park, so this is just a good idea of what they do have. Like this little top place is closed. All the places where you would meet characters are closed. We're walking to Asia. So we're now in line for Everest. We did get told that we're gonna have to probably wait 5 to 10 minutes. They're currently cleaning the seats, so sweating.
Wow, yummy.
This has hibiscus, lime juice. I don't really remember.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a beer from Kenya. That is really good too. Interesting. Wow.
We just got some bread with some olive oil.
Molasses.
What did you order?
I ordered a salad,
Chicken and butter, bread service,
butter
and then
chicken,
the salad.
different.
As you saw from the last clips, that was all that I took from the day that we went to Animal Kingdom. I'm so sorry that I didn't try to get more. It was just my first time like vlogging in public, and that is still very new to me, and I still kind of get really self-conscious and shy when doing stuff like that. But I did want to talk about my experience overall, about what I saw and all that stuff. So when you first get there, at least if you get there I think before 12, what they do is they have every car parked in every other spot. So I am going to be inserting a picture that my mom actually took on that day. As you can tell, there is a whole, like there's a car and then there's a space and then there's another car. I do think that after a certain time they do start filling up those spots for the people that do come in the afternoon, because once we left, and I think we left around 3, all the other spots were being taken, because I think what their plan is to kind of like all the people who got there really early are probably not going to spend the entire day at the park. So they probably will leave in the mid-afternoon. That's just what I saw. I don't exactly know what their protocol is or stuff like that. And then once you go and you walk all the way up to where the check-in is, they do have a couple, I think they have like 2 or 3 openings for your temperature. So they do check your temperature. You do have to wait in an assigned like green sticker that they have on the floor. I did see some people not only get their temperature checked on their forehead but also in their ear. I do think that if you go later on in the day, your whole body does get really hot because number one, it is hot in Florida, so it's like 90 degrees outside. So no matter what, your inner body temperature is going to be very, very warm. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are sick or anything like that. It just means that you are going to be really hot. So do make sure that you drink a ton of water when it comes to situations like this. You're just making sure that no one has any sort of symptoms when it comes to the COVID virus. Another thing, I think they're only doing this in Animal Kingdom, but when you go through security line, if you have a camera or if you're like vlogging on a camera like mine, or if you have an eyeglass case or an umbrella, do take those out and hold them outside because the metal detectors do sense them. That's not the only thing that I saw in Animal Kingdom. You don't necessarily have to take everything out, but a lot of the things that the little security things would take, stuff like that. That's what one of the cast members actually told me. It was fine. I don't really know how the other protocols go with the other security at the other locations. And then after that, at least in Animal Kingdom, there was a ton of space to go and get like checked in. If you walk and you head towards your right, you do see a section that is just for annual pass holders, but I believe that is only if the park gets really full, especially when you get there when they first open. But if you're not an annual pass holder or you are an annual pass holder, you can basically go up to any counter and they will check you in. They do have cast members standing there being like, you guys can take whichever line you would want. At least in Animal Kingdom, after the fact that you check in, there is a bit of space that you can kind of just hang out and stuff, which I really like. But when I first got there, everything just seemed empty. It didn't seem like you were being crowded over with people and stuff like that, which I really, really like. Another thing to take into account is that Disney actually stopped doing the thing where you can like walk and drink and eat something at the same time, because too many people were doing that in Epcot and they were like, you can't have this, because even when you're eating and drinking, you're still spreading germs and all that stuff around you. If you are going to drink like a sip of water or something like that, it is best to kind of just stand to the side and take that and like at least take it in the shade. That way you are getting cooled down a little bit. Now I want to talk about wait times. For what I saw on the Disney Experience app and what I saw once I got there was that the wait times were actually pretty short. I think the longest wait time was probably between 20 to 30 minutes. The reason that the wait times were a little long is because of the fact that they do go and they clean the rides, I believe every 2 hours. This only happened to me when me and my mom actually got on Everest, where someone outside of the waiting line was like, the time on the line had been pushed up because of the fact that they are cleaning it. They kind of do let you know that you're going to be waiting a little bit. I say that you probably waited 5 to 10 minutes. It didn't seem like a really long time. It seemed that they were being extremely efficient. They just knew what they were doing. They've been doing it for quite a while, so it does feel really good. But yeah, other than that, the minute you get past like the sign where it tells you how much you're gonna wait, there are little like sticker things like, you know, how much distance to put yourself between each party. That's really good. They do have like the lines have been a little bit more extended because they have no idea. I guess when they first did it, when the people weren't there, they had no idea how much the park was gonna get packed or whatnot. The ride still felt really good. You'd still have to wear a mask on every single ride that you were gonna go on, so just be mindful of that. Talking about sanitization, they do have a couple of hand washing stations around the park. I didn't really keep my eye out too much on that, but I did see one whole thing. I guarantee you they do have them spread out throughout. Every time you're about to get on to the line for the ride, they do have like a Germ-X thing, and when you get off the ride they also have another one. I would say they don't really keep those things that loaded, so just to make yourself, if you want to feel a little bit more safer or whatever, it is best to kind of take your own. That's what I did. And yeah, they have restrooms and they have like hand washing stations around the park and just Germ-X things, but not every single one of them is going to have Germ-X. What I did is I just basically had my own Germ-X, and my mom did, like, she kind of felt a little sticky and she went to the bathroom just to go wash her hands ones. The cast members that actually work there, not only do they have a mask, but they also have a giant, I guess it is made of not glass, but I think it's made of plastic, and they all wear this just to kind of protect them even further. But yeah, as I said, you do have to wear a mask at all times. The only times that you don't have to wear a mask is if you're inside eating something, if you are standing to the side and you're eating like a Mickey bar, or you're drinking water or stuff like that. They do not allow you to walk and drink and eat if you're gonna like sit down for a quick break. What I did notice this time around compared to like before COVID, they have a ton more cast members just standing around, just making sure people do follow protocol, which I think is extremely important because it is their job. Kind of let other people know, hey, by the way, you have to be wearing a mask here, or like please stand on this side. It is their job. I also do work at a customer service job, and it is my job to kind of, if someone walks in without a mask, we have the responsibility to go up to that person or just remind them or let them know that they have to wear a mask. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, another thing, as I said, when you first check in, it is going to be really hot when you do wear face masks. What I did, it's actually helped me out a ton, is I bought this fan from Amazon, and I just basically put it around my neck. I'd also put it on my forehead. Yeah, this actually does really help, and it comes in a long way because that way you're not gonna stand outside and you're not dying of heat. When I did go, I went on a Friday. I don't know if I said this. The park did not feel that packed. I don't know if there's a difference going between the weekdays versus the weekends. I do want to try to go on the weekends just to kind of see if there is a difference in the way that the park feels packed or not. Because from what I've watched people's stories on Instagram or vlogs, there are people that say that if you go on the weekends, it's actually a lot more busier and a lot more packed, and the lines are a lot longer. So I really want to see if that's a thing. And yeah, that is just like what I saw. I did feel pretty safe and pretty clean going to Disney. I feel like my mom was a little iffy and stuff, but overall it is really clean and really sanitary. Yeah, like I said before, if you even leave your house, you're putting yourself at risk, because it kind of almost did feel a little better than going to Publix or stuff like that, because at those type of places you can only get around so much, and there are certain people that just do not really care. I even heard like a cast member tell someone that they needed to like keep their face mask on, or like make sure their face mask was above their nose, because a lot of people tend to wear them like this and it doesn't really make any sense. So the whole point is to cover your nose and your mouth. So I feel like Disney, they made it a really big deal to make sure that everyone is covering their nose and mouth, because I have been to IKEA and Publix and places like that where literally people are having their mask and it's like hanging, and I really want to tell them something, but I know it's not part of my job to say anything like that. And at the end of the day, I really wanted a Mickey bar. I don't know, I rarely have like ice creams or stuff like that when I go to Disney. Typically when I go to Disney, it's a very planned out day and we have fast passes and we know exactly where we're gonna eat and things that we're gonna do. But this time it was just nice because it was just me and my mom, and there was no fast passes that we got or anything like that. We basically had a really good time. So I did have the Mickey bar at the end of the day, which is really cool. Now I want to talk to you guys about the store, and I also want to show you a couple things that I got from that day. I am going to be showing you guys a video of the Halloween section that they had at one of the stores. When you first kind of walk into Animal Kingdom, like when you pass the little bridge, you see a bunch of shops. There was this one shop that was huge that had a huge selection of just the Halloween decorations. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. As big as the one that they have in Disney Springs or in Magic Kingdom, but it was still a pretty big section. Then I'm going to show you guys a wall that they had of all their face masks. The one that I got, this is just an ombre one, I guess, of Mickey on it. They do have someone stand by the face mask and showing you all the different sizes that they do have. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this one because I haven't opened this one yet. So this is what this one looks like. It is a large in the adult sizes, and this is what this one looks like. Also going to show you guys a video that I took of all the hats and the ears that that same store had. guys 4 different things that I got while I was there. So I got this pin right after I got off of the Everest ride. This is actually one of my favorite rides at Disney in general. And then I got this Animal Kingdom Safari Disney World collection pin that I thought was really cute. I had originally had this wristband, get into all the parks and all the things that you can do with the wristband. Mine actually has my name written on the back, and this is one of the first ones that I think Disney was doing back then when they first kind of came out with these, because I asked my mom about it and she was basically like, yeah, this is like one of the first ones that they kind of had out. And so I got this pink one because I've been wanting to kind of not really use the gray one, go for more like personalized one. So I was caught in between 4 different colors and I really like this one the most, so this is the one that I got. And then finally I got this t-shirt that just says Walt Disney World, and it's a size small, and it has all the different rides on it, and then it also has the rides with the dates on the back. This concludes my Animal Kingdom vlog. I'm so sorry, like I said before, I didn't take enough clips. This is my first time like vlogging in public or whatnot, so it is still kind of a little uncomfortable for me to do things like this. I really hope that I can just gain a little bit of confidence little by little, to show you guys more instead of me just sitting here talking to you. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe, give me a like, leave me a comment down below telling me if you've ever been to the Disney parks during this time, and if you liked it, what did you think? Also let me know if you've never been to Disney. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.